And we are live. What's up, everybody? I think this is pointing to up. Hold on, let me scoot it down. All right, that might be better. Alrighty. I hope my live chat is hooked up to YouTube and not to whatever the other thing is called. Bro, I can't get in the habit of making that popping sound. That's gonna be not good. But today we're vibe coding WeWrite again, as we do, because I am not a coder. I am a retarded designer. So the coding gods are allowing this to happen. Let me also promote this real quick on Twitter. Let's grab that. Gods are allowing this, and I'll say to happen. Live now. Dope. So right now on WeWrite, there is a bug which doesn't allow you to like add pages. So if I click add to create a link and I do roadmap and I try to add the roadmap, it looks like that, but there's no way to finish this. It's so people are not able to add links right now, which sucks. And there's a bunch of other like small improvements. So let me let me also switch my output to this. Can I hear it? Okay, that's better. There we go. So yeah, I scared all the everybody away with that bug. Nobody's on the site right now. So let's go to deployments. And this one is from 7 minutes ago. The vibe coding augment finished. So let's see. Oh man, this looks horrible, but it's getting there, you know. We don't have that on the site right now, so that's cool. Getting there. Okay, so done. Coming soon. Okay, so support development on Open Collective. Good, that goes to the right link. All right, we're getting distracted. So I'm gonna go in and see. Also, let me know if you guys are pissed that there's no music. I can turn on some music, but I find it easier to clip if there's no music, you know? So, okay, so we were checking the adding page functionality. So let's go in here and maybe a roadmap. All right, so it's clunky looking, but gets the job done. I click insert, perfect, good. I click save. Can y'all hear that helicopter? Yeah. Beautiful. Okay, not quite. So one of the things I told it was you should be able to delete a link with one delete button, and it looks like it deleted the like the last character, and then it deleted the whole thing. So let's describe that in detail. So when deleting a link, it should delete the whole link how do I even describe this? When deleting a link, it appears that that I'm able to delete. How do I even describe this? When deleting a link, I am able to delete the last character of it, and then it finally deletes the whole thing. This is incorrect. It should... Can y'all hear the birds in the background? It is springtime in New York City, baby. Let's go. It should delete the whole thing. I'm definitely gonna go to like an outdoor bar or something tonight for dinner because it is such a beautiful day. But I was cooking and all these bugs, I can't leave the house until the bugs are fixed. Because if I start talking to somebody about WeWrite and they get on WeWrite and it sucks, that's a customer lost. So when deleting a link, blah, blah, blah. Okay. I think everything else looks good. One problem I noticed about this share functionality that I've added is like, how do I copy the link? I kind of can't. So what I'm thinking is maybe this should trigger its own custom menu. And then it says copy link, share, and then share opens this. And then maybe in the future we can also add a QR code to that share flow. That could be cool. Or can I control this? Let's see. Can you customize what the default browser share sheet shows? Mac OS, iOS. How to customize the share sheet? Yes, you can to better suit your needs. So let's say like add copy link option. Use share menu. It doesn't have the copy link. Everyone just copies a URL out of the location field. What? It's a bug. You can blah 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 blah. You can add or remove actions. If you're experiencing an issue, yeah, I might just have to make a custom one. So that kind of sucks. But it's so weird. Like when I look at this on iOS, it does have a copy link button. So maybe Mac OS is assuming that since I'm in the browser, I should just be able to use the URL bar. Whatever. So what else do we need to do? This right here, that looks good. I think there's a bug where if I refresh, it always goes back to following. Yeah. So let's say, let's remember which activity feed filter the user has selected, colon, all or following. Right now it resets to following even after refresh and navigation events. I don't know if if that second part is actually true, but I assume it is. Okay, so the account switcher has ugly looking borders in dark mode. The account switcher modal is using the wrong color border in dark mode. And this is a recurring problem. I need to like prompt a whole design system into here. At first I thought we were gonna like use whatever. Actually, previously we were using cursor, which was a lot dumber, but augment seems pretty smart, so maybe we can do it. This is a fun thing made with Agape, vibe coded. If you click on all of these, it just rotates the room. Kind of fun. That text should not be selectable. Okay, what else do we need? We're getting pretty close. This pledge bar background is not conforming to the border, the corner radius. So the background color of pledge bar is bleeding out of the rounded corners. Pledge bar. It should click. Okay, let's see. And that's such a minor little thing, like nobody's gonna notice that, but it's good to make it pretty. Did I prompt the logged out? Okay, so I did prompt the logged out states, but the logged out stuff is kind of hard to test because then I'll have to log in with Vercel, but we should try. So let's go to favorite pages by Doorman Life, and let's see if we can log in with Vercel. What is the easiest? Continue with GitHub. Yeah, probably. No! Okay, I'm gonna do some password stuff so we can turn off screen sharing. All right. Grabbing my GitHub password. Let's see here. Okay. No, there's two-factor authentication. 34. Alrighty. Okay. Alright, so this is not exactly what I was thinking. Okay, so for the logged out page view at ID, it should look like the normal pledge bar, but upon click we show a login to support this writer modal. Okay, and then we also need to check and see how it looks when you're looking at this. So for the logged out page view, and then for the logged out user view at user and then ID, log in and create account buttons to the logged out banner at the top. Okay, cool. All right, dope. We're getting close. I need to add a bunch of images to the landing page. I'm gonna write that down. So add images to the landing page. What else? This weird scroll behavior. I don't know what causes that, because sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. It's like this top section itself is a scroll container. Yeah, that's what's happening. Yep, okay. So on the landing page, the top section should not be internally scrollable. Internally scrollable. It should like be the same height as all of its children components. I don't even know how to describe this. This is what happens when you vibe code. You're like, you don't know code, so you don't know how to actually say it. But I think that's the only broken section on there, which is cool. That's good. The features section. These should probably be scrollable. So features cards should be scrollable with gestures. What else? Something's weird about the borders on there, like it's clipping. So features cards, rounded corners are clipping the border. I hate that like right out of the gate it's spitting out like ugly designs. So give us another year and the AI will be making good, pretty designs. And we kind of got to wait for this other process to stop. It'd be nice if we could interrupt the AI. Let's keep testing things. Similar pages. Dude, our similar pages thing is not populating stuff. Okay, so similar pages section is not populating pages. It should be showing pages that have the same words in their title as the current page. And that's the rudimentary implementation. Eventually, similar pages will be much smarter algorithm. What else is going on? The current. But we're very close. This is it's looking good. Although dense mode did not change anything. dense mode switcher is no longer working. Unless it only works after a refresh. Ah, that sucks. Okay, dense mode switcher is no longer working. Okay, dense mode switcher shouldn't require refresh. Figure out how to refresh the body content without needing a full page refresh. That's the way. Let's see. So if you're in chat, I don't know if I'll be able to see it because I think it might be pointed at to Twitch. But what IDE am I using? I'm gonna pop out chat so I can actually read what y'all are saying. I'm using VS Code, but the agent I'm using is Augment. So yeah, I just don't like the fact that I am not coding means that I don't really need to show like the code. This is what the IDE looks like. So yeah, it's just VS Code. But I am just worried about chat. So I'm gonna put it over here. Whoa, wait, did I move my... I messed up my Streamlabs. Hold on. I have to move all of this over. All right. So, yeah, but it's VS Code. Let me put this back here. Dope. There's so many windows, man. Cool. Okay, so that deployment, let's see. Okay, so it's building. Dope. Can I close this and keep the pop-out window? Yes, perfect. Hey, look. Now y'all are on. Chat is on. Okay, cool. So I'm cooking up this next batch. I don't know if I should go ahead and send it or if I should wait. Yeah, let's just go ahead and take a look. Okay, so let's... Alright, and let's open up our console. Alright, so fixed link deletion with a single keystroke. So I gotta go to one of my pages and let's add a page. Let's add roadmap. Oh man, we gotta make the search faster. Okay, so let's save that. Okay, so delete. Yay! There was an extra delete keystroke, but I think that works for now. That was pretty good. Cool. And then added activity feed persistence. Yep. So let's refresh and see. Yep. Perfect. Fixed account switcher modal color. Good. Dope. Ah, dude, all of our modals touch the edge. Fixed account switcher modal. Okay. And then fixed pledge bar background clipping. Cool. Kind of can't really test it in this on this page. Hold on. Let's just zoom way in. Nope, you didn't fix whatever. Nobody's gonna notice. Okay, cool. So, ooh, that looks bad. Okay. So let's say the recent activity filter chips should be grouped together and once they collide with recent activity title, they should wrap underneath it so it remains readable. Oh, dude, we got a new quote from Doorman Life. From Veal? What's that? The dinosaurs were the first tyranny. What? Leftists made history a canvas for their own insecurities. Yeah, like the wokes, not like the real left. Like, I probably can't even talk about that on YouTube, right? But there is a real left, and they are good. Cool. All right. Well, let's send this last batch of changes. Dense mode switcher shouldn't require full. Did I make any changes to the oh, you know what? In addition to that, we should say the dense mode, the whole dense mode component or switch group, the whole dense mode object should be clickable to change the switch or whatever. Like that whole container should be clickable. What else is going on? So I mentioned that similar pages isn't doing a good job. Cool. Did we make any changes to the landing page? Okay, so the landing page, that problem of the scrollable top section is still there. That should be scroll. Okay, so dope. Let's send that off. I should have mentioned push to Vercel when you're done, but I think it remembers by now. So what else do we need to do? So I gotta go add images to the landing page, but I mean we've got the Framer landing page for now, so that's why I'm not super worried about it. Okay. Just a little plug. WeWrite is, as you can see, still in development. So please donate to us on Open Collective, because once payments is set up on WeWrite, then we can shut all the Open Collective stuff down. But payments is gonna be like a lot of work. And what I mean by that is on WeWrite, every page is a fundraiser. So if I go to somebody else's page, like Ava's page, you see this little floating bar down here. So normally, or once it's ready, you click the plus button and the minus button to change how much of your subscription you want to give to this person's page. But right now you use it, you click it and it says it's coming soon. You'll be able to tip and follow us everywhere. But if you click support us, or if you just visit opencollective/WeWrite-app, please become a supporter, because It is not making any money yet, and this is a little side project, but I think it could be big. Dope. But I mean, for the most part, everything's looking pretty good. So what's next on the roadmap? Because maybe if we push this to main, we can start on the next roadmap item. Yeah, so number 1 is payments, but that's a huge thing. It's like Stripe integration and all this. There's testing in the in like the sandbox and whatever. Landing page, beginning that work as we saw earlier. HubSpot integration. I gotta double check and see if HubSpot's really the way to go. Is HubSpot the best? Or should we use something else? Because I am not sure. HubSpot was recommended to me by somebody who was previously working on the project, and so now we have flexibility. Backlinks would be nice because like I'm looking at HubSpot integration and I want to go back to the roadmap, but now I gotta go search the roadmap again. Or I could have used the back button, but you know. So let's see, share exists. We just gotta put a share button on all the other objects, like a user or a group. So we can just put that up here. I wonder, like, will people use that? We should add event tracking to it for sure. Open graph. This, dude, I keep trying to change the open graph image and it keeps crashing out on me. It just, nobody, cursor couldn't do it. Augment couldn't do it. Nobody's figured it out. Pledge bar. Ability to change privacy after creation. Actually, I think this now exists. Yeah. But let's test what happens. Access denied. That's my page, dude. Okay. I'm pretty sure we sent this. Users should be able to view and access their own private pages. I should not be able to access someone else's private pages. Man, so I lost that page. I'll get it back, but I'm gonna go ahead and send this while we do QA on this new branch, this new commit. Once it stops summarizing itself. Okay. Sent. Oh. Okay, let's see here. I don't like looking at OBS, but I also don't like having to look at YouTube. Like, I'm glad I have a pop-out chat, but it's like, I also just want to see the number of viewers, which is 0 because I'm not doing anything crazy right now. But I kind of figured YouTube was like more of a slower scene where people can just kind of chill, kind of hang. But I probably have to like really promote it beforehand. Like, oh, I'm going live at 6:30 Eastern time. And then get people to pile in that way. Alright, so the features thing still looks like shit. But again, we've got this landing page, which looks nice. So let's log in. In one of the old branches that I had that I completely cooked in a bad way, like it is unusable, I did have passkey support, but that whole branch just fell apart. Okay, so what were we checking? So fixed landing page, top section height. I guess I should have checked that before I logged in. Make feature cards scrollable. Guess I should have checked that. It didn't do this. The rounded corners were still bad. Improved similar pages section. So let's see. There's probably not anything similar to a HubSpot integration. Okay, what are some pages I know that are similar to... Well, Obsidian should show Obsidian Social in the related section because it has the same word. So what is it saying? It's saying completely rewrote the similar, removed the restrictive query conditions. To exact word matches. Added a fallback to show recent pages. That's a bad fallback. Don't show recent pages in a similar pages. But it's not even doing that. Oh, man. Okay, I want to get this out tonight, so I'm just going to say remove the similar pages functionality for now. Ensure it's not making any useless database calls so we can keep resources under control. That's another reason y'all got to donate on Open Collective is resource usage. I have to pay for databases and stuff. Okay, let's test the okay, so dense mode switcher. Let's see if that works. Well, that's a bad example. Okay. It's still not... Yeah, it still requires a page refresh. Okay, so... sucks. Alright, so I'm just going to say, since we want to get this out ASAP, I'm going to say dense mode switcher still isn't let's see, still isn't changing until page refresh. Let's just trigger page refresh upon switching modes. Decapitalize the word mode and use sentence case. The whole object is clickable. That's good. Especially for mobile. That'll be nice. And then let's check these chips. See if they... Yay! Cool. The chips look good. Okay, so the main task of let's fix the linking, that's done. That's fixed. I haven't really done thorough testing on it though, so like let's add roadmap and see if I can change what this says. So just I'm gonna change it to say roadmap instead of WeWrite roadmap. Yay, that works. But it still deletes that first letter. It's a little weird. And then I wonder about if the like the external link stuff works. So I'm gonna link to Google, and I'm gonna say, so external link, and then I'm gonna say Google. Okay, that kind of worked, but it doesn't have the external link icon. Okay, so that's what it looks like. It's still deleting that first line. Google. Okay, all right. Weird. Okay, but that mostly seems to work. Add small external link icon to all external links in the body content of the pages. And then let's do something nuclear. Let's be like, pop a modal asking the user if they're sure they wish to visit an external link. Yes or no. And it could say link. The options are back to safety. The options are back to safety. That's too long for a button. It should just be back and visit link. And it should show the URL. That's actually keeping people safe, because if you say something, if you name a link, I don't want people getting phished. So pop a modal asking a user if they wish to visit an external link. Show the exact link destination. That's actually good. Like, the evil side of me says, oh, I want people to stay on WeWrite. But people could actually, like, have a malicious, fake-looking link if they wanted. So we should show them the URL. And also, like, in the future, so we'll have backlinks for internal pages that shows what links to this page. But I also want backlinks for external links, which could be really cool, because then it's like WeWrite could become like the comment section for the whole internet. And I know Reddit kind of tries to be that or whatever, but you know, Reddit is shaped differently. Reddit is a forum with comments, and WeWrite is like Obsidian Social. It's like an interconnected wiki notes app. So that could be really cool. Like, you could see everybody talking about like a certain article or like a YouTube video or something. So yeah, that could be fun. I should do a silent stream where I just force you to think. Can y'all hear the background noise? Something just turned on. Bro, I could do ASMR. Write, share, earn. WeWrite is a social wiki. That's actually crazy. I could actually, that could blow up. Words are dangerous. Like, they're so powerful. This is why the most powerful people are very quiet. Because they understand how dangerous words are. Billions must write. Dude, yeah, dense mode is not triggering refresh. Look how nice dense mode looks. Holy crap. It's so nice. These are, you know, big words. Get immersed, bro. Like, Paco has some schizo writings. Let's jump into his casino socialism. The pledge bar takes too long to go away. So let's write that. Let's say the pledge bar should dismiss immediately upon scroll. It looks like there's some sort of, it's not a delay, it's it's not temporal, it's distance. It's like a padding. There's some sort of buffer zone. Causing, whoa, my cursor just went to the terminal. There's some sort of buffer zone causing it to scroll later than the header. And honestly, dude, this header should be even smaller. Let's see what it looks like on mobile. I guess that's fine. I was just locked in on the giant mode. Okay. All right, we are building the new thing. But yeah, dude, this is a crazy theory. This is a reply to a reply. So I got rid of reply functionality for now because it was bad. It just wasn't working properly. But I'm trying to figure out, like, the problem with the replies right now is that they don't add the text that says I'm replying to this guy. Which is why I'm confused, because he has a casino socialism essay somewhere. But dude, so dense mode, look at that. That's crazy. Isn't that awesome? And if I turn off dense mode, then it looks kind of normal. It's got some breathing room. Yeah, you should read his polemics. They're fun. Okay, we're building. Nobody's in chat. Nobody is... I gave y'all some free ASMR content for nothing. You are ungrateful. One person is watching. Hello, one person. Get in chat. Get in VC. Just kidding. I'm not on Discord right now. Okay. Dude, I just want everybody to debate on here. Because if you... Right now, you only get into debates if you're, like, on a podcast or doing shit. And it's like, not everybody has podcast energy, you know? or desire to be on camera or whatever. Like, people should be allowed to just write and be completely anonymous. Have, you know, nobody should know who they are if they don't want to know, if, you know, if they want to be anonymous. But if their pages blow up, then they could be like, oh, surprise, it was me, you know. Okay, so that refresh trigger takes a little while. So maybe there should be a loading state. Dense mode switch refresh trigger takes too long. It needs a loading spinner that says refreshing page. Okay. What else? Okay, I think we're basically there. External link confirmation modal. Adding external links icon to the body content, fixed dense mode. Okay, so let's, I guess we can test all of that. So let's go to Google and let's just send it. Shit. So if I paste that, this should, yeah. Okay, so pasting a URL should automatically go to an external link. Google. Whoa. Okay, so Command Enter saved the page while I was still editing it. So when editing, when the link editor is open, Command Enter should click the insert link button. Right now it saves the whole page, discarding the work the user was trying to do in the link editor. Okay. But let's finish testing that. So, okay, I guess I can go ahead and prompt this too. I can say, if the user pastes in a URL into the page input field, switch to external link tab and fill the target. What is this called? Is it target? The URL field with it. Okay. Google. And then, so this should be Command Enter. That's what I wrote. No, I don't see an external link icon. Bad. Not good. Oh, okay. So it works if I just paste in the link. That's interesting. And what happens if I click it? This is really weird too. It says it's just text and then it's the URL is empty. What happens if I click it? You're about to visit an external, and then I go visit link. Okay, cool. That works. So I'll say the external link. Oh, I gotta fix my posture, dude. Okay. The external link icon is not shown when I manually input the external link via the link editor. It is only shown when I paste in the link, paste the link in directly to the canvas, the editor. Pill link should be the same height as, okay, so I'm gonna say external link, pill link, that's what I call it, the pill link, should be the same height as the others. Right now it is slightly larger due to the icon. Okay. Oh, and the text size is different too. That's bad. External link text size is incorrect. It is smaller than the other body text. Please make it the same. I'm nice to the LLMs too. I say please. It's very sweet of me. Okay. What else should I investigate? It still sometimes deletes the first, or the trailing character. And eventually I need to figure out how to test not in production. This is all production data. But I'm a vibe coder, not a real coder. So I don't know how to do that. But if all of you guys started donating on Open Collective, then I'd be able to hire engineers. I'm just going to paste that into chat. And the 0 viewers are going to see it. Actually, hold on. I can just look over here. Hey, I've got 2 viewers. What's up? How fun. So let's see. Let's test. Okay. So I didn't send that. I'm going to send it over. But this branch is really, really close. Like we're basically good. What else is bad that we need to fix? Clicking on this whole thing should take me here. And this button should be wider. So let's write those down. Okay, so it's faster to type in Obsidian and then paste it into Augment. I bought a new computer and it's very fast, but Augment is just bad. Like they built a really good, powerful thing, and I don't even think it's using all of my resources on my computer. Look at this. Look, it's not even using everything, but it's slow. So clearly I bought a new computer for no reason, basically. It is a lot faster though, so it's good. So what were we saying? We were saying in the account switcher, clicking on the account card should go to the intended action of the card. And what I mean by that is if it's the other account that I'm not currently using, it should switch to that account. But in this case, if it's my current account, it should go to account settings like the gear icon does. And then the second thing was it was inside of here. It was payments coming soon. That card looks ugly too. So just gonna bullet these out. So I'm gonna say account settings, payments coming soon card. The text should be... Why is this blue? I feel like it should be green because it's like money. Okay, so text should be high contrast, green. Card should be low opacity, green. Button, I'm going to describe the button. I'm going to say, well, support button should be full width of the whole card. Well, no, it should be full width. Icon should be money related, like cash or something, cash, or yeah, that's fine. When are we gonna support Monero? That'll be fun. That's the good coin. That's the coin where when the US dollar finally falls, they're gonna track down all the Bitcoin owners because it's a surveillance coin. But they're not gonna track down any Monero holders because all the Monero holders lost their Monero in a boating accident, so they don't have it anymore. Okay. So let's see, where are we at with this? It's almost done with the current batch. User should be able to view and access their own page. Oh, we didn't test the private pages thing. So let's go to my account. Let's go to my private pages. No. Okay. All right. Very interesting. So users should be able to view and access their own private pages. User should not be able to access somebody else's pages. I'm just going to say I am still unable to read the title and body content of my own private pages. I should not be able to read anybody else's private pages. Okay. In the account switcher, all right. Yeah, and then private groups will probably be really big, really important, and unfortunately, it's not going to be a moneymaker, probably. Unless I make that a paid feature, which would suck. That's a bad incentive. Because ideally, all the money would be like made out in the open in terms of like, oh, your page is blowing up and it's going viral and people love it. So, all right, well, how long have we been streaming? We've got 2 viewers. Thanks for tuning in, 2 of you. But now that I don't have background music, maybe I can clip some interesting pieces of this. Who knows? Really, it's just accountability for me to just get at least a sizable chunk of things done in a short sitting. See, you thought I was signing off. I was just saying hi. 2 viewers, just y'all should be in chat. Y'all should be saying things. All right, let's test this out. Let's dox my email. Apparently there's a way you can find somebody's password by listening to their keyboard. So feel free. Yo, I didn't even have clack on. No, I did. Maybe everything's muted? That's so weird. Why do I not hear it? Where is my output? Weird. Okay, so what did we need to check from last time? Pledge bar dismissal on scroll. So let's go to Ava's page and let's see. Yay. Oh, okay. Good. Good. Loading spinner for dense mode. Switch. So let's see. Yay. I mean, it sucks, but that's the constraint we're dealing with right now. We will make it faster because that's very frustrating. Improved link editor. Okay, make link editor. Automatically switch. Okay, so let's test the external link. Google.com. And then let's... Whoa, we have multiple. Okay, so let me go to one of my pages. Man, see, this is why I don't like that it's production data. It's cooking my recent changes on this page. But whatever. Okay, so that doesn't look like it worked. Whatever. It's a low priority. I don't really need to make it work today. But let's see if it... it's still not adding a external link. That is actually important because we need people to not be tricked. They need to know. What? What just happened? What the... I clicked Command Enter, and I think it tried to do both. Like it tried to save the page and it tried to save the link. Yo. So it goes to user undefined. What the... Oh my gosh. Oh man, dude, QA sucks. All right, so let's lock in. How do QA guys do this, man? How do coders do this? They have so much patience. Well, they probably don't mess it up the first time because they know what they're doing. They don't hallucinate. Okay, so... Well, some of them hallucinate. External link. Well, okay, so let's call this link editor. Wow, I can't spell. Let's close this. Okay, so in the link editor, external link. So first problem was pasting an external link into the page input. Didn't do anything. Pasting. Switch it over to external link tab with the URL in the URL field. It should. Okay, and then, well, what actually happens if I do this? So, yeah, it doesn't even let me, okay, so let's type in roadmap and link to the roadmap page. We can name it G. What up, G? Okay. So clicking that goes to the roadmap. Excellent. So that works as expected. This goes to user undefined, which is bad. So link editor. So how do I say this? So external link tab. And that former one was the page tab. Should we rename page tab to like WeWrite page? Rename page tab to WeWrite page. And then external link tab, rename this tab to external link. So external links can be a globe icon, but what is an internal link? What icon would that be? Like a home or, I mean, maybe just a page, like a, I just don't want this to get too long. Like, what does it look like on mobile? Okay, so we can do like add page icon to this tab, and then add globe icon to this tab. But the real problem that we saw was, well, these input boxes look different, first of all. I don't even remember what the problem was originally. What was it? So when I was linking an external link, it didn't have the external link icon. So after I linked to an external link, cool. And then the inserted external link did not pop. Well, so it didn't go to the right place in the first place. So the inserted external link did not go to the expected external link URL. It instead went to, where was it? It was like user undefined. I think, oh man, I'm gonna have to do that again. Can I just type in Google? Or does it need an HTTPS? Okay. And then I'll also say allow URLs without HTTPS ahead of it and imply it if it's missing. Use HTTP as fallback. I don't actually know how that works. Like, okay, I'm just not gonna do that. I don't know if that's gonna work. Okay, so let's paste this, but I kind of want to test a little bit more before we send that off. How are our 2 viewers doing? Y'all good? Interesting pages. Alrighty, I'll send this off. I'd really like to push to main after this. I'd really like to be done. How long have we been streaming? Oh, like an hour. GG, y'all. Good little work sesh. You know, back in the I don't think I have it on that bookshelf. It's somewhere else. But back in like the early 1900s, there was this old British industrialist. I think his name was Lord Levenhume, which is a hilariously British name. And he said he believed that you could provide for everybody's needs if every citizen just worked 1 hour per week, I think. And he was looking at like all the machinery and all that stuff, and he was like just predicting that it should reduce the work week because everyone's so productive. But alas, we are still stuck in the 9 to 5, as Dolly Parton so beautifully articulated. Working 9 to 5. Can y'all hear the doves cooing in the background? Springtime in the city. That's not a song. I just made it up. All right. Let's hurry this up, dude. Come on. All right. Sorry for the sleepy stream, dude. I'm like, I guess waiting on AI makes me lazy. I just have nothing else to talk about I already gave you the Lord Levenhume lore. Lord Levenhume. Home? Does it have an L in it? Yeah. Home. Lever. Home. Wow, that is a disgusting name, bro. Where's he from? Oh, he was a Freemason. Sunlight soap. Probably because sunlight's the best disinfectant. Is that what he was going for? So what's his thing? He's from England. Eldest son. Let's see if work hours. Let's see. So this doesn't mention his thing. But yeah, so I don't really want to go fully into it, but I can cite my sources. It's so this book, which is very suspiciously entitled, "It is against the F word," which again, I don't know if I'm allowed to speak about on YouTube, but it is called that, and it's against the F word, which is good to be against it. But the Lord Levenhume, here it is, page 35. All right, already before the end of the war, World War I, leading trust magnate Lord Blah estimated that if then existing productivity were organized, 1 hour work week for all citizens would provide the necessaries of life for all. Ah, man, we gotta automate everybody out of a job. Honestly, I kind of hope that WeWrite will destroy the economy, because if you could just write what you need or want, we could just gigify the whole economy, like Uberize the whole economy, and everything would just be done. And it would basically be like Fiverr, which I know sounds like a bad thing, but if it destroys everything and all the jobs, then we have to figure it out. We have to figure out a new system. You know, we can figure it out. All right, so yeah, there's your educational segment. If you liked that educational segment, donate to Open Collective, where I write all kinds of crazy stuff on WeWrite. What were we? Okay, so page tab improvements. Okay. Whoa. Okay, so let's test URL detection. Let's paste in Leverhulme into, let's make a new page called Lord Leverhulme. Okay. Lord. And then let's paste in a link to him. Okay, so that just goes straight there. And then so it's still not doing what I expect, but actually none of this is doing what I'm expecting. That's obnoxious. So let's say this is his Wikipedia. It's very frustrating. Okay, so that's so frustrating. Did it even listen to me? So let's just write linking via the okay, so actually no, this has got to be the old. That's got to be the old branch. Okay, I was mad for no reason. We were on the old branch. It might actually be fixed. All right, I was mad for no reason. Sorry. Okay. Yay, I love using production data. So cursed. Okay, so let's test. Okay, so pasting it into this section still doesn't work. But let's see here. So let's call this Wikipedia. Yes. Hell yeah. Yes. Let's go, dude. Beautiful. And then I'm just going to explain myself. He said that if... He said... When did he say that? 1918. Wow. He said in 1918 that, and we could just quote him exactly. We could say, well, this is kind of, it's not a very pretty quote, but I will reference it. He said in 1918 that given the technological advances of his time, all citizens should only have to work 1 hour per week. That is dope. That's the Jehu pill. And I'm going to link, and I'm going to say source. I'm going to say page, the page number, which is 35. So page 35. And then I'm going to link to that archive book. Beautiful. Look at that. We're using WeWrite as it's intended. All right, that's actually sick. This is coming together. Yeah, big things are coming. Click the support us. I gotta go eat, but thanks for joining the 2 viewers for our 1.5 hour long stream. I will see